Hey everybody, it's Lady Led, and it's Lady Led Live. We're in the garden today. And the bugs is at me already. The bugs is at me already. So y'all let me know when y'all get in. Hey Turk Therapy. Hey Two Max in a pack. Hey y'all. Come on in. Come on in. Hey Wanda Henderson. Hello. Hi Jaleesa Smith. Hi, Elizabeth Hill. Hi, Sonia's violin. Hey, Shirley Wings. Hey, you're beautiful too. Hi, Linda Holmes. Hi, Portia. Hey, Monisha. Hey, Agarcon. Agarcon. Hey, y'all. Come on in. I decided I wanted to hang out with you guys this weekend. Oh no, your ginger didn't grow. Yeah, you gotta keep trying. You got to keep trying. Hey, Gloria. Hey, more backyard gardeners. Hi, Thais Boykin. Come on in. Come on in. I'm trying to make my computer do stuff in the yard. It's like, nope, I'm not doing that. Hey, Brazil. Hi. You're going to plant some ginger this weekend. All right. Bought some garlic yesterday. Yes. I still got to plant the rest of my garlic. It's like I got busy and this week just went crazy. It was like, I don't know. You know how you have plans and you're like, I'm gonna do such and such as soon as I get done with this, and you get interrupted and you don't get to it. Hey from Detroit. Hey. Searching for Mo. Yes. Oh no, you lost your entire garden to the deer. Oh, I know. I know that could be so disappointing. So disappointing. I'm gonna try to move this closer so I can see, because I thought my iPad was gonna cooperate, but it decided not to. Hi, Yolanda Brown. You're in Atlanta, okay? Hey, Latanya. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Lost carrots to a squirrel. Yeah, and I had planted some kale, and I was being very intentional about taking it in at night and bringing it back out and taking it in, bringing it back out, and then I got lazy and I came out and the tops were eating off my little baby kale. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to try this again. I'm gonna have to replant. Let's see. Yes, your shirt should be on the way. I believe I shipped those out at the beginning of the week. So please let me know. I know crazy stuff is going on with the mail. So I'm so sorry that is causing a delay. But yes. I was so happy to do you guys' order. Hi, Angela. Getting green but no veggies. That's what we're going to talk about. What are we doing wrong? Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Daryl Jarvis. So, the title of this live is What Am I Doing Wrong in the Garden? Hey, Not Love. And that's a loaded question. And I'm not going to say I'm going to give you a definitive answer, because there's so many thousands of different answers of what you could be doing wrong and all of that. But I'm going to say this, at at the heart of it all, sometimes you're doing nothing wrong. So we're going to talk about that today, the fact that sometimes you really are doing nothing wrong, and a lot of things are outside of your control. So, oh no, cucumbers are so sad. Hey, Kathy from Ohio. It's getting cold up there. See, that's why I moved. I'm sorry. Hey, Terry Lynn. You're not late. You're right on time. Hey, Krita. Hey, B Summers. Listen, so like, okay, I can't give you advice on cucumbers because I really don't grow a whole lot of cucumbers. I used to. And what I've learned, and some years, some years things just grow prolifically, and some years they don't. Sometimes you plant a plant and it just explodes. It's not really anything you're doing. It's not anything that, like, it's getting all the same water, all the same nutrients as the plants next to it. But for some reason, that plant just flourishes. And for some reason, other plants just die. Like, what is that about? And like, as you know, continue to garden and as you continue to go forth, you'll learn that there are just times where you literally can do everything right and stuff still fails, because growing stuff is not just about us and what we want. It's about the plants, it's about the environment, it's about the temperature. Somebody just said something about 120-degree heat. Yes, 120 degrees heat is serious. And if you cannot keep ample water, and if you cannot keep it in ample shade, that's not your fault. That's not your fault. What you can do is learn from whatever it is that went wrong and to try to control the conditions next time. I've learned that a lot of times when I put things out farther in my yard, uh, they get attacked more than the things that I have closer to my house. Couple different reasons. One, when they're closer to my house, I pay more attention. I walk out the door, I might be getting ready to do something else, but uh I see my plants are wilted. That means I'm gonna stop what I'm doing and water them because I see them. I see that they need water. Hey Gail, hey All Nat Homesteader. Thanks for letting you know that you haven't suddenly. No, you have not. You have not grown up. Nobody in here. Nobody has a black thumb. Everybody in here has the ability to grow. You all have the capacity to grow. I'm gonna tell you how I know that. Because if I can grow something, you can grow it. I don't even do anything special. And when I started gardening, so my grandmother used to give me plant clippings, and when I was a kid, here's this dragonfly landed on me right as I was taking my thumbnail photo. So if I'm looking crazy, y'all, it's because he was sitting on my shoulder. But anyway, my grandmother used to give me cuttings, right? And you know, some of the cuttings would live and they would flourish and they would do great, and then some of them would die. And I would be like complaining, hey Trina, hey so Benny Ree. I'm sorry if I'm not saying it right. So Bernie, I don't know. I'm sorry. But I would be like, I killed your plant. What happened? Happy Saturday, Miss Herman. And she was like, baby, you did not do anything wrong to that plant. Like, listen, some of these plants just don't make it. Or maybe she was honest with me. She would be like, baby, maybe I didn't cut it at the right place. Maybe it wasn't getting enough sun. Maybe this, maybe that. Here's another piece. Try again. And so that's what I would do. I would just keep trying and keep trying again. And I got to the point where more plants lived. And as I realized, I'm getting to the point where, yeah, the plants I do have, some of them do really grow and they really grow big. And then I started realizing I did the exact same thing to that plant. That plant just didn't have a will to live. Sometimes plants just don't have a will to live. I don't know. Sometimes the conditions just aren't right. Um, so there is nothing per se that you may be doing wrong other than maybe you're over caring. And what I mean by that, not in no kind of offensive way, is sometimes we try to overdo on a plant, like we're over watering or we're over fussing over it, one little yellow leaf, and we're like, I gotta go do this, I gotta get that, I gotta give it this, I gotta give it that, and we are bombarding the plant with too much stuff, when sometimes let's just leave it alone. Like right now I'm looking at an elephant ear over here in the yard, and it has a yellow leaf. That does not mean that plant is dying. It means that leaf is dying. Sometimes we mistake what's going. Look at this leaf right here. This don't mean this whole tree is dying. This just means this leaf is not happy and it's about to go. Okay? So sometimes just because one part gets damaged doesn't mean it's over. My kale over there that got ate up, if I leave it alone, it'll grow back. It'll grow back. Hi, God is watching. It's been hot in Chicago. Wow. Yeah. Speaking of that, like those of you who are just starting to grow just this year, I'm going to say this. I've been growing. I don't know. I've lost count how many times, how many years I've grow stuff in the spring, right? This year was the weirdest. For one, the weather was a little cooler than it normally is like, it took a minute for it to warm up right. Hey, Foxy Brown. Hey, Courtney Jackson. So it was like this season was slow to come in. The first, hey, Miss Linda. Hey, Miss New Orleans Gardner. Hey, Monica. And thank you, Miss Honeybee. Thank you. I appreciate you. He appreciates you. Y'all knew y'all was gonna hear this rooster during his video, right? He can't help it. Anyway, he like, that's his tip, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, this year has been very weird. It's almost like the seasons have kind of been behind, like by about 2 months. Hey, Miss Kraft. Hi, friends. It's awesome to see y'all here. I love y'all. Y'all rock. So it took a while for this season to get started, and I was starting seeds and they weren't growing. Like, so I can imagine y'all's frustration if if this year was the first time you had a garden, or this is the second time. I can totally understand you being frustrated. Like, what? My seeds were taking forever to start, and some of them, hey, Siobhan Jones, some of them that started, like, got fuzz on them. I get fuzz on seeds too, y'all. Some of them, they started and they just didn't do right. They got leggy because I didn't get them to the sun that they needed to get soon enough. So I'm constantly, y'all, restarting. Now, what I do see a lot of new people doing, and I did this same thing. That's how I know. You start with way too many seeds in a small spot. I did that. Like, my first seed that I ever tried to plant was some carrots. And I had this little bowl. And I think I sprinkled the whole pack of seeds in there. Hey, June Thomas. Hey. Like, what did I think was about to happen? And I think I watered it, and I came back maybe a week later, and it was nothing sprouted. I don't even know what time of year I planted that. It probably was the wrong time. Nothing happened, and I got totally discouraged. In fact, I still kind of I'm real kind of like slow to do carrots. I've grown carrots since then, and I've had them, good success. But because those seeds are so small, you get tempted to put too many in one space. So I've seen that. That's a waste of seeds. Like, literally, you don't want more than 4 seeds in a small area, that if you plan on moving it around. Hey, Art Barnes. Hi. Hey, y'all. Yeah, so that overcrowding. You finally got your canner, Courtney. Awesome. It's all right. It's okay. We in here. Hey, Jay Banks. Peace and blessings to you too. Yeah, so that could be something. Overcrowding. Now, but like I do know which plants I can overcrowd. Like I'll overcrowd my lettuce because all I end up doing is I thin it as I eat it, right? So you just kind of have to you have to just practice. Hey Barbara, you're here in Colombia. Okay, yeah. But I've done carrots. You gotta catch them early, early, early. Like, maybe I'll get some going and once it cools off a little bit more, or if I catch them really early, like January, like right when we've got those days where it might be cool in the morning, but the afternoon is kind of pleasant. Might be able to do it then. Hey Jewel. Hey Jewel. So definitely overcrowding could be an issue. um, you just got to know which ones you can overcrowd, like lettuce, kale. Hey Chrissy, biscuit, you done named it biscuit. Hey Tally, you just started your backyard patio in May. Problems seem to be the pests. Oh yeah, okay, so I guess we need to talk about pests. Latanya Lewis, hey there, can you thin turnips as you go? If you eat the tops, yes, you can thin them as you go. Hey, Miss Christy Love, is that who I saw? Miss Christy Love's Home and Garden. Yeah. So when the pests get too crazy, right? I stay away from the plants that I know for a fact the plants are going to gravitate to, and they gravitate to those broccoli family vegetables, and I think it's because those things are the healthiest. Like they gotta be. Everything wants to eat them. Everything. So I take a break, or and I'm this is what I'm planning on doing for the like in these upcoming seasons. I'm actually and it's not just me, Lev Farmer. This is part of his plan as well. It's not just my bright idea. We're going to make it so we can have an indoor growing area, so we can have more control. So we're going to have the lights, we're going to have it set up in there. We're getting the garage organized so we can do that, so we can regulate the temp, regulate the humidity, regulate the lights, so that when the bugs get crazy outside, we can bring that stuff inside and still have a harvest. I know that's not everybody's setup, right? So I just but that's my strategy. If I can't grow it outside, I just switch up to something else. So like I noticed the bugs really attack the kale, the collards, the cabbage, all of that, right? Those caterpillars. So, but I noticed they don't do that to the lettuce as much. In fact, no caterpillars are bothering my lettuce right now. But the kale over there, yes. My beets and my chard, they getting ate up, yes. But lettuce, for some reason, they're not bothering the lettuce. And I think mustard greens do a little bit better as well. I'm not growing mustard greens right now, so I can't say for sure that the bugs aren't as interested. But I know for a fact that right now the bugs aren't as interested in the lettuce. So I'm gonna be growing, I'm obviously growing lettuce right now. Um, I just switch it up. I don't fight the pests because to me, sometimes that's a fight I can't really win with the time that I have on my hands. Like, I don't have time to keep coming out every day, and I don't want to use chemicals. Like, if that's the case, I can just get it, I can just get it from the store. Like, I'm trying to have a healthier plan, trying to rid some of these things. So, oh, Kimberly says she used tool. That is a good strategy, using netting. It's just if you have to have some good pole structures set up so that you're not fighting with the netting yourself, or it's not smashing. So that's a good strategy. That's one of those strategies that I do plan on implementing at some point. I just haven't yet, for various reasons. Part of it is Here's the other thing we do wrong sometimes: procrastination. And to be fair, life is just busy, right? So sometimes my life is just too busy to get those uh, protections in place beforehand. And so I always choose the simplest route because I'm a simple person. To me, if I can make something happen with less effort, that's what I do. But I'm not saying that that's the only way, because guess what? You can grow a whole bunch of stuff if you set your get your netting and all that stuff set up right, um, and be enjoying way more stuff. Hey, homesteader chick. Yeah, it's been crazy. These last couple of weeks for me have been crazy. Just trying to get back settled in and all that. Hey, container crops. And you have to get your mind right. Like, I have to create lessons, and so sometimes my mind is in that vein, and I don't have time to be troubleshooting what's going on in the garden and all of that. It is important because to me it is a food source. But I know that I can live on lettuce and stuff like that. Like, that's my thing. I have lettuce every day, so I got to have lettuce growing in my yard. Hey, Nadine. I have to. Hey, Charlotte. So that's an easy solution for me. um hey, Kelly. I missed whatever it is that Chris D has. That's all right. Hey, TNC Milligan. So I just do my leafy greens, and I just kind of let that be. Like, it grows fine for me. I don't have the most I've seen was there was some aphids or some gnats. It wasn't aphids because they weren't green. It was more like gnats. I just sprayed them puppies with some soapy water and called it a day, and rinsed that right off, and it was perfect. It wasn't like they weren't eating it. It almost was like they was just using it for hiding or shelter or something. So yeah, I just switch up. Hey, Catherine. I just switch up what I'm doing, and I grow things that the bugs aren't attacking as much. That way I'm more in line. I'm more benefiting from the natural flow of things. I'm not fighting against it. Turf therapy said those aphids put him to work this spring. Oh, and man, them aphids is disgusting. I can't take it. It's like, y'all got to get up out of here. Get up out of here. Well, yeah, I just get some soapy water, and that's that's my arsenal. Like, I know it's not a whole lot in my arsenal. I don't have a whole lot. I'm real quick to just yank up a plant and say, all right, next, and we'll just start over. We'll just fill that space with something else. So I think the whole goal of what I want y'all to take is, you're not doing anything wrong. This is a learning process. Your mistakes are going to help you next time. And so what I say is, look at what's doing well. Look at what's doing well in your yard. Look at whatever you got a good harvest from, and think about how you can multiply whatever that is. So focus on the stuff that does well for you, and then, like, let that be the bulk of kind of what you grow, and then keep experimenting. Like, I'm constantly experimenting. um I don't feel like there is ever a time when you're going to master this garden thing, because the weather this year was weird. That totally threw me off my plans. So, hey, gardening with me. So I I felt kind of like, what's going on? And it's just how the environment was. There was nothing I can do. You cannot make a seed sprout no matter how hard you try. It is not up to you when the seed sprouts. You can put the seed in the dirt and you can water it, but you can't make it do anything. Like, I think, like, learning that, like, that humbled me so much, learning how to garden and understanding that there's so much more to this thing. It's so much more, and you got to be willing to kind of go with it. Okay, somebody got some seeds from Baker's Creek. Okay, all right. Yeah, and I need to I need to get some more seeds. It's like I need to get more of the stuff that I grow a lot. Like, it's like I got a big old container of seeds, but it's a lot of things in there that I don't grow. So don't just collect seeds for the sake of collecting seeds either. Hey, okay, hey Gail, use Castile soap. Okay, mixed with peppermint. Yeah, don't just get seeds just to be getting them. Get seeds of stuff you grow. Like, I grow lettuce like crazy. I need lots of lettuce seeds. Um, like, load up on the stuff you know you're gonna eat. And then here's the other thing is, it's gonna take practice learning when to harvest things and when not to, because that was a I remember being very frustrated growing some watermelons that I took way too soon because I just got excited because I thought, oh, they the perfect size. I didn't understand, that you got to let these things ripen. There's a time for everything, right? And I was also guilty of, yeah, growing stuff I didn't eat, thinking I'm gonna try it, and I tried it, but it was like, okay, I don't like this. Eggplant is just one of those things for me. I've tried it. I've tried to make myself eat eggplant. I've even had people who they make that eggplant lasagna and it looks so good. It smells so good. And then I get to a piece of eggplant and I realize I keep trying to eat this. This is not working for me. So I don't need to grow that because I don't really eat it. There's a lot of things that will go to waste. You try to give it to people. I'm gonna tell you what happened when you give your stuff to people. You think you helping them. They're letting that stuff rot because they don't eat it either. And you gonna be mad. So it's just like, just, grow the stuff you eat. There was one year that I had so much lettuce. I was collecting bags, like grocery bag full of lettuce. And I actually had people who wanted it. Now people beg, you gonna bring some more lettuce to work? Yeah, okay. Now when it's like that, yes, but like, when you got a whole harvest of stuff and they didn't ask for it, don't give it to them. They're not gonna eat it. You gonna be bad. You'll be like, oh, this hard work, and I did all of that, and they let it rot. Or they don't tell you they let it rot, but you know that that's what's happening. So you got squash. Not sure when to pick it. It's butternut. Oh, okay. The thing with squash is, you don't want it to get to its biggest size. You want it to be, I'm you don't want it to be tiny, miniature, but like for a butternut squash, about like that. You don't, and you kind of got to feel it. If it's too hard, it might not be as great. But usually the rule of thumb with squash is, take it before it gets too mature. Watermelon is the opposite. A lot of things are the opposite of that. Okra, you got to take it while it's small. Um, so it's a balance. Leafy greens you can take anytime, as small as you want, just keeping in mind that the plant needs some leaves in order to grow. I see some comments. I'm sorry. Um, Extraordinary says that's why I just try to grow enough for me, even though they be begging. Okay, Turf Therapy says his butternut squash came out perfect. So tell us in the. I have to move. I'm sorry, y'all. My internet was like, nope. I'm gonna move over. The sun didn't move, so I can kind of get closer to the house anyway. Let's try right here. All right, you said it's better. Okay, let me pull this over. I'm sorry, y'all. I wanted to be outside. I didn't want to be in the house. Let's see. Do you dehydrate all of your herbs that you don't use immediately? Um, let's see. The most herbs that I really I do have sage, but I don't use a whole lot of it. Uh, I tried cutting some and dehydrating it, right? But Lead Farmer doesn't like the smell of that for some reason. I'm like, it reminds me of Thanksgiving. What are you talking about? So I don't really dehydrate a whole bunch of sage, but my rosemary, I harvest my rosemary like way, way, way too much. So I don't have as much to dehydrate as probably, like not right now anyway. I've got a couple more. I bought 2 new rosemary plants that are getting bigger now. So I'll probably be able to do more of that. But yeah, I will dehydrate them, especially like, when the weather starts getting crazy, like chilly, and I don't want to go outside. But right now, I just kind of do it as needed. I'm like I said, I'm not a conventional person. I don't have like a set thing that, I'm going to do every single time, and I might change up just depending on what's going on. So yeah. So Turf Therapy said he just waited till it got close to the maturity date. Kept knocking on it. Oh yeah, y'all, those maturity dates that they put on the seed packets. We need to stop ignoring those. I know I used to. I used to like, that's just a suggestion. Nothing takes that long to grow. Yeah. Yes, it does. And if you don't like they have different varieties. Hey, Miss Love Notes. They have different varieties. So like if you have a problem with how long it takes for something, then don't pick that particular variety. Try to get a shorter one. Like I went to the local nursery and I was getting some starter broccoli and stuff, and I literally was standing there trying to read like there's some that it says it can mature in 55 days. Whereas there's others that are saying 75 days, 80 days. Well, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and get that 55 days because the window is small, like before the bugs. I'm waiting on the bugs to die down and it letting the plant grow. I need to make sure I have enough time for it to mature. So you got to think about that as well. Look at those maturity dates on the package and pick a different variety. There's more than just one variety of things. And sometimes like you have to just play around with it until you find one that works well for you, that you like, and that doesn't cost you, you know, too much frustration. So let's see. Oh wow, 115 degrees in California. And Homesteader Chick says she is definitely loving. Hey ZE, I'm sorry, I was buffering again, and I don't know, some weird clouds is popping up in the sky. Y'all know what happens when I start doing a live video outside. It's not uncommon to get caught in the rain. So, but we're about, what, 35 minutes in, so we shall see. But, oh, he said turn the Wi-Fi off on my phone. Yeah. Oh, I wonder if I go out, will I be able to come back in? All right, y'all, I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's see what happens. I'll be right back. Here. All right. I think the internet overloaded. Yeah. Y'all tell me if that's better. I turned my Wi-Fi off. I forgot. Y'all can tell I don't do stuff out in the yard very often. All right. You started doing what I said about putting compost on your okra and water them on a regular basis. Now, okay, starting to get okra flowers. Okay, okay, I'm back. Yay, I'm back, y'all. Hey, Janine. Hey, Eco Neighbor. Hey, Kelly Dennis. Yes. Hey, Lori. So yeah, and like, okay, I guess the point is don't get discouraged. Like, don't let what's going on make you feel like this is not for you. Maybe like having a whole giant garden first thing is like, oh, my mouth is not with my words. Uh-oh. Am I like doing the kung fu video? Y'all tell me if I'm doing the kung fu video on y'all. Oh, hey, Miss Cheryl. Lady Cheryl, Organic Food Forest. Hey, Latanya. It looks fine to you, love life. Okay. I thought it was. Hey, y'all. I used to watch those karate movies when I was a kid, like on Saturdays. That was the best. For some reason, I don't know. We thought that if we watched enough of those, we could do our own karate, and all we ended up doing was accidentally hurting each other, getting in trouble, be about to get a whooping. So, but anyway, I don't even remember what I was saying before I started buffering and kung fu talking. Uh, but, but yeah, you're not doing anything wrong. Yeah, it looks so peaceful. Yeah, until this rooster get back cranked up. Hey, Muffy. Yeah, like it's that's why I wanted to come outside, because the geese were out here and it was just nice. My only issue is the mosquitoes like to eat me alive. That's why I have to have on a jacket, so I'm always just slightly warmer. But I found a good spot in the shade, but it wasn't good for my internet. So what do I use what do I use for spider mites? Uh I don't normally have a problem with spider mites. What are you growing that has spider mites? Oh, your rooster, he cranked up already. I don't know if you heard that. He was over there going crazy. Jewel is working on a lot of compost for next spring. Should you be adding lime or rock dust or anything else? Yeah, that's a good question for the others, because I don't add a whole lot of stuff. I put the natural stuff in there. Um, I'll put some food, kitchen scraps, and what I mean by kitchen scraps, I mean like my eggshells, my like vegetable scraps, not, you know, meat or anything like that, but coffee grinds. Like that's the stuff I add. And then stuff we add compost from the chicken coop, and that's it. So that's another reason why it's perfect to have chickens, is because they are an endless supply of natural fertilizer. These geese are an endless supply of natural fertilizer. Whenever I want to give my soil a boost, I just go around this yard. It might look crazy, just getting a little thing and scooping some of that. And what's crazy is all the geese poop is green. So that just lets you know it's all kind of goodness in there. So yeah. So you has I don't know what I just did. I don't know what I'm doing. Lori says she has spider mites. Use Dawn. Okay. Oh, it was on your grapefruit. Okay. See, lead takes care of the trees. So, oh, thank you, Turf Therapy. Scooping poop. Y'all don't think bad of me. Like I asked Led, I said, "Hey, is that Scoopity Poop song for real? That's a real song." I didn't know. I didn't know it was real. But anyway, Z says, anybody have trouble growing plants? Oh, if anyone tried mushroom compost, y'all, mushroom compost. I personally, thank you, Miss Love Notes. I personally haven't used mushroom compost, but I had a neighbor who every single year, this man would have mushroom compost dumped on his where he's gonna put his garden, and he had the best, the most beautiful, everything grew, everything, like his broccoli was beautiful, his okra was beautiful, everything he grew in that mushroom compost was awesome. And he had a great source that we had procrastinated in finding out who that source was, and then we ended up moving away from him. So but I know for a fact mushroom compost works. Another one that works, but you just gotta like get out of your head what it is horse manure compost. Thank you, gardening with a seed, with gardening with me, a seed in a seed. Gardening with me, a seed in a seed. Thank you so much. I don't know where the man got the mushroom compost from, but I'm sure if you do a search, and I'm sure they have it at they have it at certain garden centers, but I wanted like a lot. Like this man was getting like a truck worth of it dumped on his land. Like he would just dump it on top. Like he didn't even have to do like a whole bunch of work. Like after he cleared his garden from one season, he would just dump it and plant in it. And I'm telling you, it was awesome. But horse manure compost, listen, one year we did a community garden, and they filled the raised beds with just horse manure. They had a truck, another person got a truckload of horse manure from some farm. And listen, that stuff grew. This was my first time ever, like, stuff grew too fast. Like, I had never experienced that before, and kind of haven't experienced it since because I haven't used horse manure since. But listen, stuff grew so fast. It was like, and stuff was producing so fast. It was like if you didn't catch it that day, it was either going to be too ripe or too big or whatever. It was like a mad dash trying to get this stuff from that horse manure. Um, I just don't, I haven't used it lately because I have chickens. But those are some compost that if you can find you a good source. Oh no, it cannot be fresh. It's got to be composted. If it's composted, it doesn't stink. If it stinks, then it's not right. Don't get it. No, 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 no. Composted horse manure is just like soil. It's just like soil. Like, don't feel bad. Like, you don't feel weird putting your hands in it or anything. Your hands don't stink when you get it out of there. But if you get some horse manure compost and it still smell like horse poop, it's not ready. It's not ready. And it's not gonna be fun. Oh, Miss Lovenell said her stepfather stunk with the whole neighborhood. Oh, and it burnt up everything. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Same with chicken poop. If it still stinks, it's going to hurt your plants. It's gonna hurt your plant. Are you serious, Z? You trying to find some elephant manure? Like what? You gonna go to the zoo? Like what? How are you gonna? Like where are you getting that from? You gonna have to tell us, and then you have to tell us what happened. How did it work for you? So yeah, and the people hated them. Yeah, cause that's nobody wants to smell that. Listen, it's very rare that our chicken coop stinks. Now, when things get out of balance, yeah, like we had like a week where it was just like raining every day. That meant stuff out there got out of balance. Y'all, I didn't even want to go out there in my raggedy shoes because I went out there in my raggedy shoes, and I came back in and I took them off at the door and left them at the door, like inside. I'm telling you, I was like, what is that smell? It was my shoes because the water, all that water had got things out of. There go y'all friend. There go y'all friend. He hear me talking about his coop was stinking. It was. It was stinking. No, it really was. They had it on. It was on 10. It was awful, right? But when it dries out and everything is in balance, it's all right. Like, in fact, right now it's so much good it's so much good compost in there right now that if lead don't get it before I do, I got some stuff I need to plant. He trying to compete. They sell zoo poo from the Cleveland Zoo. Okay. Um, y'all done got him cranked up. Why y'all do that? But yeah, anyway, he's agreeing with me, the girly A. I don't think so. I don't think he's agreeing with me. I think he's going against everything I'm out here telling y'all. Cooking. I'm gonna tell y'all why he's still alive. He is still alive because I have plans. Here comes this dragonfly. He is alive because I want some babies. I want some chicky babies. This coming early spring. I want to have some babies. So he gets to hang around until that happens. And I don't got no promises about what's gonna occur after that. But I got these chickens is laying double yolk eggs for him. So I'm like, okay, all right, okay, you can hang around. Yeah, you can hang around just a little bit longer. Um, I want to get an incubator because I want to control. I have had chickens have success with sitting on the eggs, but see the thing with that is that when the chicken gets broody and she doesn't get up to eat, and her life is kind of on the line while I'm waiting on her to hatch these eggs. And you haven't, like, yeah, it takes 21 days, but you got to understand all the eggs may not have been laid on that same day. So it's like a staggered hatch. And while this particular chick has hatched and she's still sitting on the eggs, and that particular chick may not get any food, or the other chicks might. I didn't know chickens did this. It's crazy to me. Why would you peck the babies in the head? Not the mama, but the other chickens get mad, I guess, that she done had some babies, even though they might be the real biological mama, because she just sits on the eggs. Though all those eggs aren't her. But anyway, they peck the chick. So I want to have a controlled environment. Anyway, I said all that to say I want to have a controlled environment. So he's hanging around for that purpose. So I get some more chickens in the spring, and then I can't make no promises after that. So I don't know. But our neighbors said they like hearing him. In fact, somebody out here, I don't know who it is, but when they hear him crowing, it's usually in the morning. So whoever it is, they only be out in the morning. They whistle back at him. And at first I thought it was a bird, but it's a person doing that. It's weird. It's so weird. I'm sorry, I'm ignoring y'all comments. Let me back up and look at some of these. Um, let's see. And people that I didn't say hello to. Hello, y'all. It's okay, Miss Cheryl, if you gotta step out. Yes, do your thing. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you just being here. And I see you, Nadine. You're listening to me while working in your garden. Awesome. What you working on? What you planting? And Gail says, does anybody know how long it takes for those plastic composters? I wasted money on one of them things. We have one. We don't even use it anymore. We was all gung-ho the first time we bought one. for one, it's not big enough. It doesn't hold enough for the amount of time it takes. And I can't remember, like, it depends on how hot it is outside, but it can't be too hot. Um, but y'all post in the comments how long it takes y'all to get compost in those things. I think it was like a couple of months for us, and